Howdy friends, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here at Glass Butte here in Oregon. I decided to have my lunch here today. I'm actually on a road trip. So I'm stopping here, having lunch, and we're going to look for just a little bit of obsidian. I don't need a whole lot. I already have plenty at home, but it's more for the experience of getting out and kind of showing you what you can find. And it didn't take long. So literally there's obsidian everywhere here. It's on the road. When you're driving here, you have to be respectful of the road and kind of be mindful of like the tread on your tires. Even with the rental car here, I had to be careful. I checked the tread before I left, and the tread was pretty good. So I'm like, I'll go ahead and see how the road is. And the road's not bad. You still have to be careful because there is obsidian chunks in the road. So I'm parked underneath this shade tree here. It's like almost 100 degrees already here. It's a dry heat, still on fire. But here in the parking lot, it didn't take long to find obsidian. I mean, like I said, it's everywhere. This is just stuff people have picked up. I actually got spray bottles in the trunk too. I might have to grab those, but it's everywhere. They're a little hot, but yeah, I'll go grab a bucket, grab a spray bottle, and let's kind of poke around. Oh my gosh, there it is. I mean, get small pieces, get big pieces. If you want, you can just kind of break it in here to see what you get. That would kind of be picky and choosy. What's over here? Huh. So you can kind of be picky and choosy what we get. I'll take that home. Has potential. But it's out here. He's got to poke around, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the wind. It is nice and quiet. I mean, aside from the wind blowing, but let's see what else we can find. Found some shade. So if you're scared of snakes, in theory, you shouldn't find a whole lot here at Glass Butte because there's like broken glass everywhere, and you know they slither. Their bodies rub up against the ground, and I don't think they're going to be wanting to rub their bodies up against a bunch of broken glass. So if you're scared of snakes, you shouldn't have anything to worry about here. As far as like scorpions, that might be a different story. But yeah, it's nice to be out. There's a lot of small stuff on the ground. I'll flip you guys around, I'll show you. Well, there's a flower over here I found. Check out this cool flower. Pretty neat. Anyway, moving on. But there's a lot of this. A lot of just sun-baked, worn-down stuff. There's a lot of this. To get to the big stuff, you really have to dig for it, for big stuff. Now, like I said, I'm in a rental car right now. So, do you know there's areas on Glass Butte where there's literally like flows of just big chunks of obsidian? I'm gonna see if I can get to it on my way out because this is actually a side quest onto my main quest. Because I'm going to Wyoming for this trip. So if you catch the other videos, this is my first stop on my way there. But I'm gonna see if I can find those other obsidian flows and just grab a few chunks. Because honestly, if you can find those, it doesn't take much to load up on that and then meet your limit and then be on your way. But there's a little piece of obsidian. There's this one right here. So the thing I look for is those lines. So let's see if we can see if it's worth taking home. Didn't break the way I want, that's fine. Nothing too crazy. A little bit of sheen right there. I'll take it just in case. I can always filter out what I don't want before I actually leave Glass Butte. But yeah, just a lot of small stuff on the surface in places. All this, all that black stuff, that's all obsidian. Just all itty bitty chunks. So that one's kind of... Actually, see if I can spray it. If I can spray it, that'll actually be a lot easier. Breaking it. Oh, I'm gonna have to break it open. That's fine. Alright, got it broken open. Some layers in there, but I doubt there's any fire in that one. I'd like to find a nice piece of fire, but again, it's out here, but the best spots for the fire obsidian are all claimed up. So it's just kind of whatever I can happen to find. I did find another rock earlier. Kind of looks like it could be some maybe highlight opal, maybe just common opal. I did bring my black light with me, so that's in the car right now. So I'll check this later and see if this is opal. If not, then still pretty cool. All right. Leave that one there. It is important to note that just because you come out here getting obsidian, it doesn't mean you can sell it. It is the obsidian that you collect is for personal use only, unless you have a permit to be able to sell what you collect. But for the most part, it is all for personal use. So if you think you're gonna get rich, quick, coming up here doing a bunch of obsidian, you're not. You can get in trouble, a fair amount of trouble. But it is fun to come out here, just kind of mosey around, see what you can find, just kind of enjoy nature. Before the wind started picking up, it was just quiet, and I like quiet. All right, I'm gonna head back down to the car, and I'm gonna find another spot with hopefully some bigger pieces, because I think I'd like to give my friends that I'm meeting up in Wyoming some Oregon spoils. Yeah. I'm looking for those lines. I either want something with a potential of a fire obsidian, or even some sheened stuff, because there are some purple and green sheens out here in places. I might have a chance. Hot rocks. My gloves in the car. Maybe. What I did notice though, because down here you have some bigger chips and chunks kind of along this layer here. There was a big rock face up there. I wanted to explore it. And it seems the higher I got, the less chips there were. Down here we have a little bit bigger chips. So I think if I just keep in this area, I might find some bigger pieces. I do want to come back here with my truck though, because this car has very low clearance. I was questioning myself when I was in Sisters. I got out of the car, I'm like, man, it's kind of low. That might have some potential. It's a small piece, but that's okay. I was really questioning if I could get certain places with this car. But you know, the car has AC, It's almost 100 degrees out here right now. Dry heat, still hot. About a bunch of water before I even came out. Just want to be prepared, because you never know what's going to happen or who you're going to come across that needs help. So I got your emergency roadside kit, water, first aid kit, more water, food, snacks, you know, the important stuff. TP. Yeah, there's just a bunch of small chips. A lot of small stuff. Oops. Hot rocks. We'll go take this one. Ooh, it's hot, 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 hot. Might have some layers in there worth looking into. Hot rocks. Got some more pieces here. I'm starting to see some more of the layering I like seeing. Ooh, hot. Got some gold sheen there on top. This could have potential. Some layer in that one. But the texture's off. Yeah, this is not worth it. That one stays behind. Texture's too rough. Too rough. See, now we're finding more and more chunks. I like seeing the bigger stuff for sure. Oh, too rough. Sure. Yeah, I'll show you here what I mean. So the texture is pretty worn. I mean, I'll spray it just in case, but I just feel like it's too, can't think of the right word for it, but it's too rough. Don't think there's much in that one. Maybe. Yeah, something in that one. Alright. I'm at another spot. Got a couple pieces just right outside the car, which is pretty nice. But now we're just kind of looking for some bigger chunks. So I'm just going to walk the road here because there's actually some right next to the road. Which is why it's very important to drive carefully when you're out here, because it's in the road. So just gotta respect the road, and hopefully the road will respect you. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna walk up in the sagebrush a little bit. After I get done with this spot, yeah, see if the car can make it to another area before I start making my way to Idaho. So I'll walk around and I'll turn on the camera when I find something. All right, what we got here? Seems pretty translucent and black. Might take that one. Finding good quality black obsidian is actually honestly kind of hard out here because everything is either sheened or like laced. So just trying to find black stuff. It's kind of nice too. I don't know. I'm putting the bucket just in case. Yeah, there's a lot of chips. A lot of it's just stuff that's been kind of breaking down over many years. Come up to the surface and then when the wearing out, that's what all the little stuff is. Typically in nature, obsidian tends to break down fairly quickly, believe it or not. You wouldn't think so, but it does. Here, I bought these gloves at Walmart. It's supposed to be XL, and they're so tight in my hands. All right, we don't want that one. But yeah, there's just little chunks everywhere. It's got little layers in there. I might take that one just in case. Just in case. Got some layers in that one. That's actually been broken probably by someone else. Came off a bigger piece. I don't see any big pieces here, so yeah, probably came from someone else. Okay, let's start heading back to the bucket, back to the car. Again, I'm not here. I got to collect a whole bunch. I have plenty of it at home. Plus, can't sell it. So, these are just gonna be gifts, I think. What's interesting is sometimes ants, when they dig their their colonies, they'll hit like an obsidian pocket. And so you'll get all this. Just finely ground down obsidian. Which is really cool if you think about it. It's a bunch of little pieces of obsidian. Really cool. Even in southeast Oregon, or around the sunstone area, if you look at the anthills, when they make their colonies, they can hit a pocket of sunstone, so they'll bring that up to the top of the anthill. So that'd be a good way for a miner to know that's where to dig. So next time you're out in the area, keep that in mind, but also make sure to not disturb the ants too much. So I'm on one of the roads, trying to see how far I can get in this little car. And, oh, sorry, I have to turn you around here. If we pan over here, there is some reflective material over there. It looks like obsidian. So let's go ahead and hop out and see what's over there. So yeah, small car. I definitely want to come back with my truck and maybe camp out here overnight. I think that might be fun. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's hot. Ooh. That is a hot rock. Get my gloves on. Okay, got my glove on for protection. See what we got going on here. It's got some layers. Got a little shimmer to it. Nice. Is it fire though? It could be. Oh my gosh. It's hard to tell. But not a bad chunk. Not a bad chunk at all. Now, it's hard to say if this pile is already here and they mined it out, or people mined it out somewhere else and then brought it here to check out before taking home. Because like I said, you can only take so many pounds home per day or per calendar year, which is not as much as you might think. So yeah, hard to know for sure, but I will go through what's over here, because that was what I was kind of hoping to find with some bigger pieces that we didn't have to dig for. We'll take a few of these home, or at least take a few from here. Like I said, I'm gonna gift a few of these because I don't have a whole lot of room in the car right now. I think a lot of it's not even worth taking out, I don't think. At least not for me. But It is nice. Saves me a little trouble. Yeah, these are brought here. That's grinding marks. So they're probably looking for the same thing I am. Put that in the bucket just in case. I'm not gonna worry about too much of this pile. I wanna go see how far that way I can get, because I remember seeing a long time ago, unless my memory is deceitful, I thought for sure I saw a small river of obsidian coming down a hillside. So I'm gonna see if I can find it. If I can't, then, you know, I tried. But yeah. See how far I can get that little car. Alright, unfortunately I had to turn around and go back because the clearance on this car is not that much. So I'm going to come back at a later date with my truck to do some more exploring, and that way I can get to other roads that I can't normally with this rental car. But let's go meet up with Theo and Montana Rocker Mom, Kim, and gift them these pieces of obsidian, since I don't have room in this car to put a bunch of other rocks. So I'm trying to save room for the fossilized fish that we're going for. So let's go give these rocks to them. All right, Theo and Kim are not quite here yet. I actually beat them to Little America, Wyoming. By the time I got there, they were still kind of a couple hours out. I was hoping to maybe meet up with them somewhere, but by the time I got here, I was a little tired from driving all day, so I figured out I'll wait for them. But if you remember that one kind of opal-y looking rock I found at Glass Butte, I am here in the hotel now. I got my UV light. Let's take a look at it. All right, UV light. And remember, I thought this could have been maybe some highlight opal. If it glows green, it is. And what do you know? So, I mean, I'm fairly certain it's highlight opal, but that's really cool. I was not expecting to find this at Glass Butte. Not in the least bit. But I remember where I found this, so I wonder if I maybe can find some more. So that's cool. And then as far as like the obsidian goes, I got their obsidian rinsed off. Just rinsed it off in the shower. And got cleaned up a little bit for them. So that's right there for when they get here. I did keep one piece for myself. And got right here. I figured I need at least one for my little memento for my trip. And see if we can catch it here on camera. There's a little shimmer down there. It's not high grade, it's super, super low grade. Magnetite layers. But I would like to work it a little bit and put it on the shelf as a little keepsake. Because I don't need a lot, I already have plenty. It's just nice to bring some back for myself. But yeah, so this one's mine. That whole bucket's theirs. They can have all of that. I'm happy with this one little piece. But yeah, waiting for them to show up now, and that way I can get another rocks. And I'm really excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna go dig for some blue forest petrified wood, which will be another video. And then the day after, we're gonna be splitting some rocks to look for some fossilized fish and other sea critters. So look forward to that future video as well. But yeah, I'm gonna sit and wait for them to get here and then probably do another video.